Hi everyone, and thank you for being here. I'm Julie with Heal to Change. This is part one of part two, talking about fear. Where did it come from? Why do we have it? And how do we get rid of it? If you like my video, please press like, make a comment, let me know how I'm doing, share this, and subscribe. There's many more videos coming on how to help and heal yourself. So where does fear come from? If you think of yourself as a computer, your computer retains and has a lot of information on it. Well, you are just like a computer. From the moment you're conceived, you are getting information. You are absorbing everything, whether you hear it, see it, smell it, taste it, touch it. Everyone that is around you, you are learning. From the time you are conceived to 7 years old, you are learning what's right, what's wrong, with the eyes of the people that are sharing this information to you. It may not be right, it may not be wrong. You won't know, but what happens is you build up barriers because what your beliefs are of these people who shared this information. The information you have that they told you that it's only that information that they gave you is right, but the other 100 informations of those people are wrong, could do you damage. So you have to be very open-minded. Now go forward a little bit, like 20 years, and now you're blocked and you have fear of certain things that you've learned because you thought that was right, but you can't seem to move out of it. So what we do is we take out the belief system, the limited beliefs, we remove that so you can move forward. I'll give you an example. A lot of us have fear of death and we don't seem to talk about it and share it. So a lot of times we will get sick because we are so afraid of dying that we stop living our life. And we start, as a child, we may have seen somebody that was sick and they died. And we never want to go through that pain. We never want to go through and put through the parent that's watching over the sick person. We never want to see them suffer. So it's almost like you will stop living your life when you see this going on. Let me give you another example. So as an adult, you might not understand what is going on with your body. A lot of times it's the fear of dying. It could be a fear of success. Let's use that as an example. A fear of success is usually your parents may have told you you need to go to college and you don't feel good enough to go to college, so you don't. But if you believe that the only way you can be successful is to go to college, you have created a fear in your head as a child, believing the only way you can be successful is if you go to college. Now, although you don't believe that as an adult, if you are hitting blocks and you can't move forward, it is a fear that was set into your mind, that little computer years ago as a child. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's try relationships. You have an unhealthy relationship. You just have a fear of going into another relationship. A lot of people that I run into, they're like, oh, I'm fine being single. But it's because they fear going into another unhealthy relationship. It doesn't work for them and it's easier just to be single. The problem was, as a child, maybe their family, their parents were in unhealthy relationships. They fought all the time. They struggled. They got divorced. Maybe one ran off and never came back. You will always have unhealthy relationships until you resolve that that's a different person. That's not you. You will always fear it until you remove that fear. Does that make sense? So removing childhood fears will help you move forward in the future, whether it's your health, happiness, or success. A lot of pain. Now here's where removing the fear, you will go through resistance. It'll come off as back pain, headaches, dizziness, a lot of emotional crying. Maybe you can't get out of bed, fatigue, because resistance kicks in and is saying, you know what, you like being where you are. You're not ready to stomp on fear and remove it and beat it up and kick it out of the way. You are ready to hold on to it for the rest of your life and just suffer right here. And that's what it's going to do. You have to fight and also remove those fears. But it's a lot of work. I'm here to share with you that I can help you with it. One of the things I would help you do and tell you is to start journaling. So when you listen to part 2 on removing the fear of limited beliefs, the created stories, the unwanted energies, the negative emotions that have been created, you will get over the hump and remove those fears. So the first thing I would say is start writing down how you feel. What do you want to achieve? You got to journal every single day. And if you want to make the changes and remove fear, this is where you're going to start. So I hope that's very helpful. Let me know what your thoughts are and listen to part 2. But first I want you to get a journal out. Start writing every day, because when you start listening to this meditation, you might get a tightness in your chest. You might start seeing blurry. You might start getting a headache. That's your resistance trying to take over and prevent you from getting better, prevent you from moving forward, because your body, your subconscious mind is saying you like feeling like this, remember? You don't want to remove it. So start journaling every day and write down how you feel and write down how you would like to feel. And let me know how you're doing. Listen to part 2 and be prepared that if you want to make the changes, you got to work on this every day. You listen to part 2 every single day, and you tell yourself every day you are going to move forward and you're going to let go of the excuses. All right, thanks for being here, and let me know how you did.